All right, guys, so I'm gonna go into the grocery haul for the cut, what I'm eating on a daily basis. I'll try to go in order of how I do it, but there were some changes I've made recently. For one, the oatmeal, kind of added that because I realized there probably wasn't enough carbs in my diet for what I needed to retain the muscle that I have while I'm losing weight. I'm excited to see in the next scan though if I've lost any of that 84 pounds of muscle mass now that I'm down to like 214. Anyways, so breakfast, typically start off with 4 hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, I keep the centers in them, the yolk. I mean, longer into the cut, I'll probably cut them out and just switch to egg whites. Definitely when I get bored of eating the hard-boiled eggs every day. And that'll kind of help drop some of the calories. But I normally eat about 4 of these a day, which is gonna put you about roughly 70 calories each, 6 grams of protein. With that, I'll take 4 pieces of thick cut bacon. For that 4 pieces, you're looking at 280 calories and 20 grams of protein on that. And lunch is a little bit weird. I'm normally a pretty busy guy, so I'm not really here all the time. I don't really cook a standard lunch. Honestly, I kind of snack up until dinner. Like I said, I added in the oatmeal recently, so it can give me some carbs, roughly about 24 grams of carbs per pack. These are about 120 calories per pack, which is actually decently well, and that's because they're the lower sugar variety, and then the amount of protein is kind of low. It's only like 4 grams, so it doesn't really matter that much for that. But it's mostly just for the carbs, so you have that water retention in your muscle to grow muscle. Now, up until dinner time, this is when I'll take in the shakes that I mentioned in the video on Instagram, which right now I'm kind of just running with the Premier Protein pumpkin spice variety, and then the Fruity Pebbles Dynamitize protein shake, which this is by far my favorite flavor protein shake in powder form too. Now, I realize these are a little bit more expensive, but I noticed when I was getting it with 2 servings of protein powder, I was using way more liquid, which was kind of giving me the point where I was literally gagging sometimes just to get 50 grams in. While these, I could chug both these easily, get 60 grams, a little bit more calories than doing the protein powder way, and definitely a little bit more expensive. It's about double the price, but I feel like it's worth it. These are way easier to eat. You don't gotta worry about clumps. You can take them on the go. You can put them in a cooler, take them to work, which I'll start doing soon. And they're easy to down. With that, pure protein bars. These are about 180 calories, 21 grams of protein. I normally get the bigger box. I think it's like a 20 pack. Walmart didn't have them this time. I think last time I got them at Harris Teeter. Like I said, 21 grams of protein, 180 calories. I know people are not going to be necessarily happy with the amount of whey I'm ingesting with the 2 protein shakes and a protein bar. It's definitely easier, or it's better for your body to go with pure protein, like chicken or another meat source. And when I'm bulking, that's kind of what I go with, because my go-to bulking is definitely ground beef. It's the most flavorful, I think. Easiest to eat with rice. Easiest thing to cook and prep. And I just put it in a bowl with a packet of this Earthy Grains 90-second rice, which is Aldi's brand. These are leftover I have a bunch of them in there, which I'll get to that soon. Put it in one of those, and if you've already have the pre-cooked meat, 90 seconds for the meat, 90 seconds for the rice, and you got a meal right there. And then you just change out the hot sauce, and that's how you make it in variety. Anyways, get back to that, and I'll go back to the chicken. So yeah, the protein bars. During the cut, the big thing I need is caffeine too. I'm pretty tired, more tired than usual. Longer days too. I feel like I'm waking up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning every day. I'm not able to sleep in as much as I was during the bulk. So between that and the decrease in calories, not sleeping as much, and also trying to cool down the appetite, caffeine's been essential. I normally do a caffeine pill a day, and then I'll take a Ghost or a Rain, depending on what the day's looking like. If it's an easy day, I don't got much going on, I'll go with Ghost, it's only 200 milligrams. Otherwise, Rain's my go-to for 300. Swedish Fish flavor is typically my favorite, but grape was what they had. So yeah, and these are sugar-free, so that's 10 calories only on those. And then for the caffeine pills, Walmart, it's your cheapest go-to. Anyways, next. So we're about at lunchtime at this point, if not already. These I just recently found. The Chobani 20 grams of protein yogurt, Greek yogurts. I think the vanilla flavor is better than the berry flavor, which people will probably disagree with, but I will say when I drank the normal Chobanis, I thought the berry flavor was better than the vanilla. So if you prefer the berry flavors, so forth, you might actually prefer these instead. Zero sugar, 140 grams, or 40 calories, sorry, but 20 grams of protein, which these didn't even know existed. These, I was also trying to look for those Tyson chicken dino nuggets everybody's talking about that have 32 grams of protein. Fortunately, they didn't have them at my Walmart, because that would have been a good snack for when I kind of want to feel like I'm having a cheat meal-ish, but I'm not really, because honestly, the macros on those are not pretty bad. During the cut, I mean, the goal, if you want a high protein snack, is for every 1 gram of protein, 10 calories. Therefore, for 20 grams of protein, I would have been okay with this being 200 calories. Now it's 140, which is even better, because then it helps make up for the oatmeal or the bacon or the eggs throughout the day. Same with the protein shakes. But yeah, 10 to 1 during the bulk or during the cut, trying to get shredded, main goal. Now we'll get to like snacks and stuff. These I'll eat fruit salad for breakfast. And then some people don't like this, but when it comes to vegetables and fruit, I don't typically count the calories. I think the nutrients outweigh the calories. And I think that's also why my body feels better on a cut, because I feel like on a bulk lately, which is why I cut it off a little bit earlier, was the problem is I felt like I wasn't able to get as much fruits and veggies in, because I was constantly eating carbs, heavier carbs to get my weight up, and it wasn't really moving. So that's why I was like, I need to stop now, I'll cut back down, and then the next bulk I'll push to 235. I was able to hit 230 though, which is a PR weight-wise. Just started the scan, so I can't really go into past bulks and muscle mass for those, but we'll see in the future going forward about the next bulk and next cut and so forth. Anyways, strawberries and blueberries, broccoli, and I don't know the calories on these, because like I said, I don't really watch them. Now there are some fruit that I would count, like a banana I think is about 100 calories per. Those are kind of calorie dense. If I was to eat them, I would count those calories, but these not so much. And I do know like grapes, I think it's something like 25 calories per cup or something. So grapes kind of are high in calories, but if you take into account the supplement of other foods, heavier calorie foods that are unhealthy, it's relatively low. So if I fill up on grapes and I don't count the calories, it's not that big of a deal to me, because I know it's supplementing something else. And as long as I'm staying within my calorie limit of 3,000, like I said, your weight's gonna fluctuate a little bit, but as long as the trend is still downward, I'm good. If I gotta readjust, which I've been 214 stagnant for the last few days, but by the end of the week, if I'm still at 214, then I know, okay, well, my new max is 2,900, because I'm not really pushing to hit a deadline on this cut right now. Because like I said, I might end up maintaining or cutting through to next summer, since I'm kind of off, because technically I should be ending the cut now, if not in a month, and moving into bulk season into spring. But wasn't able to cut on time because I had a bulk late for personal reasons, so I'm a little off. So right now I'm just gonna cut, maintain, maybe slight bulk in the spring if able, and then go back to cutting in the summer, and then really focus on growth next year. What was I going to next? Yeah, so the grapes, I know it's kind of calorie dense. People say you should count those, but I don't personally. I think it's better to supplement it. Sweet peppers is another one, very low calorie. Don't count them. I eat them as snacks if I'm hungry. If I'm towards the end of the day and I don't have calories left, man, I lean a lot on fruits and veggies. Like I said, as long as it's trending downward and you're staying disciplined and you're willing to make adjustments, you'll be fine. Now we'll get to dinner in a second. We'll go a little bit more into snacks real quick. Pickles are another one. Take one of these, fill it with some sriracha, put some hot sauce in here, 0 calorie hot sauce, and I'll munch on these. Like, it says about half a pickle is 0 calories, but it does say it's like less than 1 carb. So if you want to say say it's half, you're looking at about 1 carb per full pickle, which means each pickle is roughly 4 calories, because there's 4 calories in every carb, 4 calories in every protein. So like I said, if I eat 5 of these, 5 whole ones at 4 calories, you're talking about 20 calories, and my stomach's probably decently full. So yeah, I snack on pickles a lot. You do got to watch the sodium content. Definitely if you're trying to look dry in the morning for photos or a photo shoot or whatever you're doing. But for the most part, that's not really what I'm doing right now. Haven't decided so far if I'm going to compete or not in the future. It all depends on health and how well this cut goes. But for now, pickles are my go-to snack. And then my other one snack, which is not that healthy, but low calorie in regards to some, is pretzels. Honestly, if you've been cutting and you're sticking to your diet, 3 servings of these from all these is 330 calories. Do you need to be eating it if you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight? No. But if you're decently lean and you're hungry, I guarantee you, if your body's not used to eating heavy carbs like this, snack-wise, and I've done it, I think, once in the last month where I've eaten 3 servings at once, you definitely feel full afterwards. And I still had room in my diet for the day, because I think, like I mentioned in the video, I'm going on about 2 weeks of no cheat meals, staying under 3,000 calories, because I'm about to go on vacation in a little bit, and I'll probably have 1 or 2 that week where I go above 3,000. So I'm trying to do as much as I can right now. And then we're going into holiday season. So yeah, pretzels. Another way I do the most I can to stay lean, and probably one of the easiest ways you can lose weight, is to cut out the soda. And I know sparkling water is not the best on your teeth, but man, I'll drink a case of these a day. Premium seltzer water, it gives you the fix of soda, the carbonation, without being bad for you. I don't even really drink soda anymore. I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew. Every once in a while I'll get a 0 sugar one, maybe once every 2 months or 3 months, but yeah. As some people like to call it, spicy water. Yeah, that's my go-to. Now lastly is your chicken. 110 calories per serving, 25 grams of protein depending on where you get it from. This is just a Walmart brand. This is weird for me though. So the end of the day, it kind of depends on what I have room left. Like, I've eaten this a little bit. I was really hungry today, and I was already very sore from leg day. So I needed protein quick, and I needed some carbs. But today was probably the first day I've eaten one of these packets in a month, probably a month. 360 calories, 7 grams of protein on the 90-second rice. But yeah, I knew I needed carbs at that point, because typically it's about a day or 2 after that I'm feeling sore. But today I was already feeling it same day and pretty bad. So did a bowl of that. I had 10 ounces of chicken, put me at roughly I want to say 62 grams of protein if you do the math. And then whatever's in the rice. And I think I'm at like roughly, I want to say 1,400 or 1,700. I'm in that range right now for the day. So I still got about $1,000 And I'm probably gonna try to stay under that because I don't gotta be up late tonight. So I'll eat some healthy snacks, some fruits, some veggies, and some pickles, and stay on course. But for me, this is kind of just a filler at the end of the day. I eat it daily, but the amount I eat differs on how much protein I need. Because my protein goal, like I've mentioned, is like 200. But with the 62 I ate today, or 62 grams of chicken I ate today, I'm already at like 192 or 194 with all the protein shakes, the eggs, and the bacon. So I'm pretty much done with protein for the day. I'll eat a little bit more, but I don't gotta push it too heavy. Sometimes you kind of gotta adjust your diet based on life. So sometimes if I'm already high on protein and I'm low on calories remaining, I'll only eat like 4 ounces of chicken when I get home and then call it a night. Now, when it comes to the chicken, sauce-wise, which makes a difference, because if you do it right, you don't have to use olive oil or avocado oil or anything like that. Sometimes I do use avocado oil and olive oil. If I got enough calories, I'll use that to cook it, and then I'll dip the chicken. And my go-to restaurant sauce would be Chick-fil-A's Zesty Buffalo. It's like 25 calories per packet. You do 2 of those packets in a bowl with 10 ounces of chicken, and then you're looking at like, I can't remember the 10 ounces of chicken worth of calories. I think it's like 275 roughly. So if you do that with 2 packets, you're looking at 325 calories without the olive oil. And then you're getting your 62 grams of protein. But if you're really low on calories for the day, or you're trying to really cut weight fast, you go to some low calorie sauce, which this is Dr. G. Hughes' sugar-free General Tso's, 5 calories per tablespoon. I had leftover General Tso's from the bulk. That was Aldi's. That I used 2 tablespoons of today, making the 10 ounces of chicken. Didn't use olive oil. That was about 20 calories per tablespoon. So I was looking at 40 calories worth of sauce on the 10 ounces of chicken, no olive oil or avocado oil. So it was relatively low calorie. But if you're nickel and diming at this point, or your allotted caloric intake is way lower than like a G. Hughes sugar-free General Tso's, like this is only 5 calories. I could have cut 30 extra calories right there, but I'm not really at that point right now. But yeah, that's kind of what it was. I was going to do a third part to this, but I'll just cover it now. I wanted to mention the workout plan. I am doing push-pull legs. Right now it's push-pull legs, push-pull Monday through Friday. That's probably going to change in the next month. I'll do push-pull legs 1 day off, push-pull legs 1 day off. So it'll technically be an 8-day cycle that rotates. Since my work schedule is looking to be changing soon, which I'm happy and excited for. So yeah, and then something personal trainers won't like me to hear is that I'm experimenting right now with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to be doing my push-pull legs workout. I'll post that up on either here or on Instagram. We'll track it and we'll see how well we're doing. The only thing I made mandatory for ChatGPT is that you do the 3 initial lifts at least once a week. So, or not initial lifts, but the 3 main lifts. So I'm still doing deadlifts, squats, and bench press because many moons ago I tried a workout program from a famous bodybuilder, like an app per se. And I'm not going to go into whose it is, but I wasn't really impressed with what I got out of it. I did it for about 8 months and I lost a lot of strength in those 3 main lifts because you maybe hit one of them. I don't even think I was deadlifting at all. And it was a bodybuilding style workout plan. And I guess it was mostly probably to preserve the body. I don't think they necessarily believed in doing the 3 main lifts all the time, which is fine. Everybody's body's different. But me personally, I wasn't a fan of it. It took me a minute to get back to where I am now. And even then, I haven't put up the PR of 500 deadlift yet since deployment, which was about 2 years ago. Because I did that for, like I said, about 8-9 months following deployment, and then had personal stuff that happened, and well, we're growing now. Well, that's all I really got. I wanted to show the grocery haul. I was gonna do it at Walmart, but it was way too packed, and I didn't feel like doing that. Gonna have to figure out a new gym situation, but I'll hopefully start doing longer videos on the workouts I'm doing. And yeah, that's all I got. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Enjoy your holidays. I'll hopefully be making another long video. It'll probably be a few weeks, but that's all I got.